You know, in crypto, you can make a fortune, but you can also lose it all in a flash. And one of the biggest, sneakiest reasons why is something called a rug pull. So today, we're going to dive deep. By the time we're done here, you'll know exactly how these scams tick and, more importantly, how to keep your own crypto safe. So picture this for a second. You find this hot new crypto project, right? The chart's going straight up, you're feeling like a genius. And then, poof, it's just gone. The money you put in, the website, the team behind it, all vanished into thin air. And listen, this isn't some made-up story. This is a real gut-wrenching thing that happens to thousands of people.
Yeah, that is a rug pull. And the name, it's pretty on the nose, isn't it? It's like the developers literally pull the rug out from under you. They grab all the investors' money and just disappear. And what are you left with? A bunch of tokens that are completely worthless. Digital dust, basically.
So you might be asking, why does this happen so often? Well, it's because the world of DeFi, that's decentralized finance, is still kind of like the Wild West. There's almost no regulation. That means pretty much anyone who knows a little bit of code can whip up a new token and get it listed somewhere. It's the perfect playground for scammers to come in and tempt people with these crazy promises of getting rich quick.
But here's the good news. These scams, they're not some kind of brilliant random act. Nope. They almost always follow the exact same 5-step playbook. It's super predictable, and once you see the pattern, you can spot these things from a mile off. So let's get into it. Let's break down their whole game plan. Okay, so step 1. They create something that looks legit. A polished website, a white paper that sounds super smart. Then comes step 2, the hype machine. They hit social media hard, promising 1,000x gains, all that crazy stuff. Step 3, they get the token listed on an exchange so anyone can buy it. And that's when the FOMO kicks in, the fear of missing out. Everyone piles in, which pumps the price way up. And then when there's enough cash in the pot, that's when they make their move. Step 5, they pull the rug. They drain every last cent and they are gone. All right, so how do we fight back? This is the most important part. You've got to put on your detective hat and learn to spot the clues, the red flags. So let's put together your personal investigator's checklist right now. First things first, who is the team? Are they real people you can look up? Legit projects have teams with LinkedIn profiles, real work histories. They're not hiding. Scammers, on the other hand, love to be anonymous. So you got to ask yourself a really simple question. If these people won't even show you their faces, why on earth would you give them your money? Okay, next on the list, the smart contract audit. The best way to think about this is like a home inspection for the project's code. Good projects will actually pay an outside company to come in and check for any security flaws or, sneaky backdoors. So if a project has no audit, that is a huge blinking red flag. It basically means you have no idea if there's a hidden trapdoor for them to steal everything. Now this might just be the biggest giveaway of them all. Unlocked liquidity. So what's liquidity? It's just the big pot of money that lets people buy and sell the token. In a real project, the developers lock that money up for a while so they can't run off with it. But if that liquidity is unlocked, man, that's like leaving the bank vault door swinging wide open. It's their getaway car just sitting there with the engine running. And then there's the old saying that is just so true in crypto. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You have to be super skeptical of any project that promises insane guaranteed profits. You know the type. Will 10x your money in a day, or guaranteed profits, no risk. Real investments just don't work like that. It's just bait on a hook. So there's this one really nasty version of a rug pull called a honeypot, and it's as sneaky as it sounds. The code is written in a way that lets you buy in no problem, but when you try to sell, you can't. It's blocked. Only the scammers can pull money out. It is the perfect trap. And there's one famous example that shows just how bad it can get. Get this, $3.3 million. That's how much money investors lost. And we're not talking over a year, we're talking about a few hours. And you have to remember, that's not just a number on a screen. That's people's life savings, their hopes, all gone, just like that. All because they thought they'd hit the jackpot. And this was the infamous Squid token. Yep, it jumped on all the hype from that hit Netflix show Squid Game. It was a perfect textbook honeypot. The price went ballistic from just a few cents to over $2,000. And then in a matter of minutes, it crashed all the way to zero. The anonymous team just drained the cash and disappeared. And you know what?
every single red flag we just talked about, they were all there.
Okay, so that's pretty scary stuff. We've seen the scammer's playbook, we know the red flags to look for, so now let's talk about your defense plan. How do you actually get out there and invest safely? It really boils down to just a few key things.
Look, if you're just starting out in crypto, the smartest thing you can do is stick with the big, established players. We're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, the ones that have been around for years and have massive open communities. That brand new meme coin that just popped up with an anonymous team promising you'll get rich overnight, that is playing on hard mode. It's a way, way higher risk. It's always better to walk before you try to sprint in this space.
So let's put it all together. This is your go-to safety checklist. Before you put a single dollar into anything, you have to do your own research, what we call DYOR. What does that mean? It means you check if the team is real. You find that audit report. You make sure that liquidity is locked up tight. And please, don't let FOMO push you into a bad decision. A truly good investment isn't going anywhere. It'll still be there tomorrow, after you've done your homework.
Let's be real. Scammers are always going to get smarter, more clever, but your best weapon, your best shield, is knowledge. And this isn't just about not losing money. It's about being able to step into this world and invest with real confidence. So you've got the playbook now. You know their game. The only question left is, are you ready to be smarter than they are?